These are the 10 best swords that you can use on Blox fruits. Alright, so on the number 10 we got the Dark Dagger. This sword was added on update 15 and can be obtained on Rapinja boss. I placed this sword on number 10 because this sword is only made for pro players. It's bad for farming because of the small hitbox and AoE, but for PvP it has great combo potential, but it needs so much aim, that's why players use ice or dark fruit for this sword. For combos and builds, this sword perfectly fits with superhuman fighting style, but you can use it with Sharkman Karate and Electric Claw as well. This is my combo when using Dark Dagger. So I'm gonna rate Dark Dagger 8 over 10 on PvP and 4 over 10 on farming. So on the next sword we got the Yama. This thing was added to update 15 and can be obtained by killing 30 elite bosses. This sword has high damage output and low cooldown, but I guess it's pretty good for PvP because of the damage and good combo potential. It's bad for farming because of the knockback and small AoE of the Z move, and you can run away from bounty hunters easily with this sword. So I guess this sword is kinda decent to use with. You can combo with this sword using Electric Claw, but it takes a lot of time to practice. So I'm gonna rate this sword 6 over 10 on PvP and 7 over 10 for farming. So on the number 8 we got the Hollow Sight. This thing was added in update 16 and can be obtained on the Soul Reaper boss. This sword is decent and high damage output like Yama, but it's way better because of the big AoE of the Z move, and it can join Kenhake easily. It's hard to grind because of the knockback of the Z move, and the X move can only hit one NPC, but the M1 is fast, so it's good when using Buddha. You can combo pretty well with this sword. So I'm gonna rate this sword 8 for PvP and 6 for farming. So on the number 7 we got the Saber. You can get this sword by solving the Saber puzzle. This sword deals the highest damage in the game. This sword is really OP for farming because you can critical hit with the Z move, and it's pretty good for combos if paired with Kabucha and a fruit for sword main. But it still depends on the user on how will they use it. It doesn't can break and the X move is kinda slow, so it's up to you. I recommend using this sword for farming, but if you want to use it for PvP, here is my combo for you. I'm gonna rate this sword 7 for PvP and 8 for farming. So for the top 6 we got the Body Sword. This sword was released on update 17. You can get it on a Big Mom boss but has low chance on getting it. I don't really know this sword much, but I think this sword is doing well when used on PvP. You just need a little bit of aim because the X move have small delay because of its long range. The X move is fast and stuns the enemy for a second, that's why it's good for combos, especially with Sharkman Karate. This sword is not recommended for farming because of the knockbacks, and Z move can only hit one player. So I'm gonna rate this sword 8 for PvP and 4 for farming. So on the next sword we got the Dark Blade or the Yoro. You can obtain this sword by buying the Dark Blade Game Pass. This sword is really made for farming levels, but it's still pretty good for PvP because of the damage and range of X move. And the Z move can join Ken, that's why it's decent for doing combos. If you want to use this for bounty hunting, here's my combo. So I'm gonna rate this sword 8 for PvP and 7 for farming. For the next sword we got the Full V2. This is the most cancer sword ever made because it's so easy to use. And it's really good when you're fruit main because of the stuns this sword has. But it's short range, that's why it's risky to use it for PvP. But you can use Dark or Ice with this so you can get kills and bounty easily. This sword is good for farming too, that's why I'm gonna rate it 8 for PvP and 8 for farming. So on the next sword we got the Cavender. You can get it by killing the beautiful pirate boss at the zoo. This sword is good for both farming and PvP. The Z move can drain 4 to 6 scan dodges and has a little bit of delay. The X move has dash and creates 5 slashes and has power effects. It's great for doing combos, especially with Kabucha. This sword is so top tier because of the dash and the damage of this sword. So I'm gonna rate this sword 9 for PvP and 8 for farming. So on the next sword we got the Shita, the most broken sword on update 15. You can get it on Ryuma boss, but you need to solve the Shita puzzle. This sword is a new meta for PvP because it's easy to hit the attacks. The Z move can stun the enemy for 1.5 seconds and ends with a long slash. And the X move deals high damage with amazing speed. But the cooldowns are longer, so it's a good trade. So I'm gonna rate this sword 9 for PvP and 9 for farming. So on the top one is the Shisui sword. You can get it on Legendary Sword Dealer. This sword is pretty good to use because it's fast and the damage is high. For me, this sword is the best for farming. It's useful for foot mains because the Z move has a slow. This sword takes a lot of time to practice but it's really worth it. This is the most used Shisui combo. Of course, I'm gonna rate this sword 10 for PvP and 10 for farming.